Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a Fodera Imperial Elite. Before I get into this, if you have not hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. That helps me to engage with you so I can bring more and more of these videos. So no further ado, we have a Fodera Imperial Elite 6-string bass guitar. So this bass guitar is particularly from 2017. I am the second-hand owner of this bass. So I didn't customize this bass myself, but I am excited and thrilled about the options that were laid out for this bass guitar because they're just fantastic. First and foremost, we have a beautiful, highly figured quilted maple top. It's like presentation grade, expedition grade. So I just fell in love with this top, and this was just over a picture. When you see it in photo, when you see it in person, it's just mind blown because it's like 3D when you reflected in the light, stuff like that. So yeah, I was just highly blown away by the aesthetics, first and foremost. But you all that know me and have been watching videos on my channels know that I'm very technical. Basically, I'm a geek and nerd about like the woods and electronics and stuff. So that's what drove my decision more than the looks. I could definitely work with this bass. And when I mean work with this bass, I pay attention to the woods, right? So some of the woods on this instrument is we got alder and we got ash. These woods are very classic tone woods that you would find like on a Fender bass guitar. So if you're familiar with that Fender sound, you may be very comfortable with getting a bass that has those kind of woods, right? So that's what drove my decision, and I've definitely have had bass guitars with maple tops, but not as highly figured as this. So I knew the sound already that I was going to get. So when I got the bass, I was pretty much spot on with how it would sound. So I knew this could work in my collection and what I go for, genre music, and my voice, my musical voice. So those are things that as a disclaimer that you really need to pay attention to when you're buying custom instruments that are like secondhand or whatnot. Just food for thought. But anyways, let's get into this bass guitar, all the specs. So of course, like I said earlier, we have a highly figured, a very, very highly figured quilted maple top. Beautiful presentation grade with the matching pickup covers from the same piece of wood. Also, we have a bird's eye maple fingerboard. It's a highly figured fingerboard. Also with the bird's eye maple headstop cap, and we have the Fodera logo, whatnot, with the abalone wings and mother of pearl F. You know why you need to know that, but that's just the specs on that. We also have gold hardware. As I mentioned earlier, we have alder body wings and an ash tone block and a I believe this is Wenge decorative stripe and a 3-piece quarter sawn hard rock maple neck. As far as the scale length, it's 34 inches. It's 24 frets. There's the abalone dot inlays. Down at the bridge, we have 16.5 millimeter spacing. So most of you guys might be like, that is narrow. To be honest, it's really not. It's really not even that narrow. The string spacing is very comfortable. I have 6-string bass guitars that are very wide neck, and this one gives me a break. It feels almost like a 5-string, but with a 6-string, with 6 strings. My hand a break, and I'm able to have 6 strings on a bass. Yes. So as far as that, as far as electronics, we have the Mike Pope preamp. It just makes so much sense, and I'll definitely get into what all these knobs and switches do once I start to go over the tone review. So no further ado, I will start with everybody's favorite part, with going over the tones of this instrument. So right now I have the bass in passive mode. Basically, I take this switch right here and I switch it up, and it's in passive mode. And the only control I have is this bottom knob here on this stack, and right above it, top knob is the master. So you can see it right there. So right now I got both pickups on. So that's with both pickups on. I'm gonna go to the back pickup, play something. All right, I'm gonna go to the neck pickup, or the front pickup, as some people say. So yeah, I'll go into active mode by switching this switch down. Make sure everything's in flat for now. I got everything in flat for the EQ. So let me go ahead and go over these knobs. We have bass, we have mids, and we have highs. And we have, of course, this is for the pickup blend. So with the switches over here, like I said, this is the active passive switch, is an active now when it's down. Over here we have single coil and dual coil. And actually I forgot to do the dual coil and passive, but we'll go over it in active. And then we have low mids and high mids. So we could select the frequency band that we want to go in, whether it's low mids or high mids, whenever I'm adjusting, boosting or cutting the mids. So I'm gonna leave it in low mids for now. Active mode and single coil, and the EQ is set flat, and I have both pickups on. And then this knob right here, right below the master volume, controls the presence of my EQ in the mix. So I'm gonna leave it all the way up so you can get the full presence of the EQ. So I'll let you be the judge on the sound. I'll let you judge it. I'm not going to say anything about it. I'll just configure and let you be the judge. I'm gonna go over to the back pickup, play some stuff. All right, now I'm gonna go over to the front pickup. And as if for the action, it's very, very low, almost too low for me. I'll have to adjust it later on, but it's very, very low. It's almost slapping against the fretboard, as you can hear. The strings are pretty light gauge. I don't really like light gauge, so I'm gonna have to change these pretty soon. Yeah, so that's the front, the back pickup. The preamp is in, flat. So what I'll do here is I will go back to both pickups on, and I'll boost the bass. Keep boosting it. It's like 3/4. I'm gonna boost it all the way up. Right, so it has power. I'll take that back. I'll go to the mid range. Right now it's at flat. Boost it up a little bit. Keep boosting it. 3/4. fully. Actually, it was on full. Right, so it becomes like very, unique tone when you start to like just maximize the preamp. Tones that I'm like, wow, I don't know if I'll use it or if it's there if I need it. If I need it in the mix, right? So I'll play some chords. Yeah, so it's very, very present. You get all your presence from your mid range. So I'll take it back down to half or flat. So now I'm going to treble, right? All right, so I'll boost the treble above half to about 3/4. I'll boost it all the way up. Right. So it's there. It's definitely there if you need it. It's definitely there if you need it. The thing I could say about this bass from compared to other basses out there is that when you're cutting and boosting the EQ settings, you're still the integrity of the dry signal or the overall sound is still there. The body, the shape of the sound is still there. Sometimes when you boost something too much on maybe a cheaper bass, it tends to saturate the sound or just saturate the mix with just the highs, right? So when I boost the highs all the way up, I'm still getting everything else. All the other frequencies are still present in the mix. So that's one thing I could say as a side note that I noticed right off the bat with this bass. Now I want to mess a little bit with the pickups. So right now I have everything set back to flat. I want to go to humbucking mode, which will basically put both the coils on. And basically, I can imagine you using this setting if I'm trying to get just more juice or more power out of the pickups. All right, I'll go to the back pickup. All right, now I'm going to go to the front pickup. Right, so that's the front pickup. Side note here is the pickup placement is in the 70s position, and when I say 70s, I mean what you would see on a typical 70s jazz bass. So Fodera, has different ways you could place the pickups. It could be 60s, 70s, or whatever. So just thought I mentioned that. So that's what's affecting the overall tone. All right, so that's humbucking mode. I'll boost the bass up a little bit because I probably do that if I wanted to go for a reggae. I probably leave it on the front pickup. And mind you, the action is not set up for that kind of style. I would need it higher to get more low end. So yes, so I'll get out of humbucking mode and let me put the pickups right for both pickups on, and let me go through some of the slap tones. I know you guys are itching for the slap tones. So what I'll do here is I will boost my bass a little bit above half. I'll take back my my mid range, and right now I have the switch on the low mids frequency band. So right now I'm cutting about, I think, 15 dB, minus 15. I think it's minus 15 dB on the low mid frequency band, and for the treble, I'll go a little bit above half. So now what I'll do, well, you'll hear a big difference, is I'll put the switch over for the high mid-range frequency band. Right now I have no mids again. It's all cut out. All right, so now what I'll do is I will I'll start creeping it up the mid range so you can hear the presence in the slap tone. Yeah, so it's you can bring up the presence a lot. I'll do the same thing with the low mid band. Yeah, so you can get some pretty unique tones out of that. Let me cut the mid range again, and I'll put it in humbucking mode. In the high frequency band. So now I'm gonna now creep up the mid range. Yeah. Right, so now just want to demonstrate some of that, fingerstyle tone. I would probably do the same thing, kind of similar to slap if I want to get some of that funky fingerstyle tone. right? So it's this bass is I could go on and on and on with the different configurations, but this bass is extremely versatile. I don't think there's a tone that you could not get from this bass. Like maybe if you use the solo, right, you might want to scale, you know, put the back pickup on a little bit and set things to flat, and then maybe boost the mids a little bit above flat. I would probably go back to single coil mode, right? So maybe go back to bow pickups on. That's what I really like. So this bass, like I said, is extremely versatile. You could adjust the settings on the fly, and it's responsive. I think it just really boils down to the person, you know, what you're going for, what you're hearing, you know, the venue you're at. You know, maybe there's, you know, different soundscapes, and you might have to adjust the preamp to suit and for your bass to come out in the mix properly. So there's things that you could do with this preamp that could get you your sound, and you could achieve the sound that you want and you really desire. And as long as you understand how to get and dial in tones, you will get an absolutely stunning, very high quality professional tone out of this instrument. I hope you found this review very helpful. I try to cover as much as I can, and you know, again, I'm not endorsed by Fodera, so I'm not biased towards Fodera. I would vouch for any custom bass builder out there. This is just what I have on demonstration, but any custom bass builder, this information and knowledge and concepts apply to that. So again, I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share.